How y'all doing? I'm sorry, I ain't got the shirt on. Trying to work out. 1 second. One second, y'all. I want to talk to y'all about something today. And I noticed, because I notice people of the world, they don't pay attention to a lot of things. And there's certain things that keep getting caught up, and certain people that I see that say certain things that's happening right now. A lot of things is being, what I feel like is being overread. Everybody is on these thoughts of, like, for instance, us coming into consciousness is what's happening. But nobody seems to believe it, because everybody ain't gonna be able to do it because they're not of that bloodline. And they can get mad and feel what they feel, but this is what I know. I shouldn't have been saying what I said about certain entities, because through the history of our people, we're the only one that don't know who we are and where we come from. We all say Africa, but then if you add it all together, when you have all these ancient texts that was here before, and then you can't put modern day, it's just like a person is putting it in our face and we can't see it. I can see it, because if you're from the descendants of, I'm gonna tell you, Atlantis, you gotta listen to the story that you can go to this page called Spirit Science. Y'all gotta understand something. If you stay in a carnal mind, meaning if you stay thinking one way, one dimensional, you will stay in this dimension, and you would just repeat your cycle. You be a slave. But a lot of people are not getting it. If a lawyer can get it and explain it and breaks it down, like, that divine spirit is trying to get me to where I need to be. And sometimes we take things out of proportion, like the Bible. Everybody is trying to depict it, have their own theology of it. It was written by scholars. And if you weren't from their bloodline, you won't really understand it. And then you have people, like, I will play people to see where their mind's at. At the same time, I owe the Freemasons an apology. And I'm not going to bite that tongue, because it's in my blood. There's a reason why secret societies are secret societies. And a lot of times, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, to believe me. But there's something in my gut. It tells me not to walk on the dark side, but embrace the dark side, but walk in the light. See, what they're doing is trying to break your aura. And if they break your aura, when this polar shift happens, you will forget. That's why we keep repeating ourselves. Oh, we've been here before. I noticed something about history. A lot of people didn't know that our people, they done took these things to keep the people dumbed down. But we're smart, but we're still dumbed down to the point that we're so dumbed down that we think we're smart, but we're not. My eyes are open. And I understand, and the reason why I apologize to my heritage, to what's in all of our families, we can't run over that. You have to embrace it. And what I mean by embracing it, I'm not saying walking wrong, because we come from wrong. We just gotta embrace it and do right by it. We come from a line of whatever. And Atlantis was one of the, it even said the history of the Hebrews, man. We come from somewhere else. And I still think it's Nabaru. Because each Sumerian, Assyrian, all them different Anunnaki kingdoms was ran over thousands of years, and every it was a word that they used was like 3,600 years that they would rule a Sinar or something. It was every 3,600 years. So if they did 10 or 20, 3,600 years, that means they had a high level of knowledge. But that high spirit, which was Mother Nature, and that divine spirit, which was the God that we came from, that's in us, we had to obey the natural laws of life. The natural laws of life is not polluting, loving, caring. But the dark side of that don't. It's destroying. It's greedy. And every time this polo ship happens, violent things happens, everything gets faster. But we steady miss the point. I ain't missed it because I've been very educated. And I've been very open, and I've always been a person that thought outside the box. I don't regret my life. But we all have to go through this journey. And this journey, you got to keep seeking. Because everybody stops at the Bible, which the Bible is religion. And most of the people they can't see, meaning legion of people that don't have faith. That's what it means. They can't see. They're pretty much, the world got them as dead at sea. But they don't understand it, the maritime law. Yeah. But that's why I had to apologize to certain entities, because like I said, you have private, we shouldn't be boasting. We stand in faith in what we believe in, and that aura will protect us. That God in us, that aura, that's the Christ, the Kundalini, the serpent. When you're in a bad spirit, if you activate it, it keeps you in a bad spirit. You awaken things. But when you're in a positive spirit, a good spirit, you're on top of things. I want y'all to think about that, targeted individuals. I don't care about them driving past my house. I done took my mind out of this place. And you have to escape in here. Clean your inside of your body. Line your chakras up. Meditate. Start with 5 minutes a day. Our ancestors was all of y'all. I gotta go with my heart and that spirit that leads me. That energy spirit, that divine spirit, that whatever the creator and his brother, which y'all know, the Anunnaki, Inky, he left us these codes. He wasn't right at first, but he got to where he got to by repeating incarceration, becoming these different gods. And they have history of different levels of Christ conscious. But Normal people don't understand. And like I said, I'm shutting my mouth and being quiet because everybody can't go. And we can't save everybody. Worry about yourself. It adds up, but the people that say they can see, they can't. And I apologize to these different organizations because I understand. But at the same time, I don't have to agree. Working with them, yeah, there's nothing wrong with working and walking right. But hurting people, something I won't do. Sacrifice people, something I won't do. But righteous and telling the truth, yes. I had to embrace the dark side. That's why we keep falling. Once you let it go and walk, you don't fall. He said it was two in us. It's common sense. It's even in the pillars of wisdom. There's a dark side and there's a good side. Good and evil, Cain and Abel. It goes on and on and on. Once again, think about it. Go to Spirit Science on YouTube. Peep game. See, the world is so worried about Esau that they're not seeing the truth. I'm not. They're blinded. I believe in that high spirit. But if you don't believe that this world ain't gonna have a polar shift, then you're lost. You're lost. And the polar shift could be when the planet Nibiru come past and all the trash that's gonna come out of the sky that's gonna rain down brimstone. But nobody understands that. But I'm not gonna cry wolf. I gotta keep my aura up and keep myself off the chart. And y'all need to do the same thing. Think about it. All praises to that divine most spirit that's out there, and to Mother Nature that's already purging the earth, her and her 7 pillars. And we don't want to really try not to understand it, but it's just common sense. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And later I'm going to read these things about it. And that's wisdom, and that's Mother Nature and her 7 pillars. We all, the ones that are chosen, are the ones that vibrate at a higher vibration. We're called indigo, star kids. But what messed us up was being in religion. Believe in that one God, because there was a time in Egypt that there was certain people, there was certain pharaohs that wanted that one God. But they're not telling y'all that story. They're telling you what you want to hear. If you seek, and you will find. And when you find, you will be disturbed, but marvel. That's in the book of Thomas. I'm a seeker, y'all. And I know we was with whatever we was with when it was created. But we kept falling out of conscience because we didn't have our protection, our aura. So the ones that can see, you have to protect your aura. That's why you're being attacked. That's why you have to ignore it and do things to make you feel good. Even if it's music, meditation. Keep your aura. Granted, protect yourself. Do what you have to do. Because you're the ones that's chosen. You're the ones that's from that great city that everybody don't believe that existed. That existed was Atlantis. We keep going against and saying that our Egyptian people was wrong, They just had different ways of believing. And all these entities that was up there with the main entity was all around. Thoth, Ra, all these things was here. And they got destroyed because of the polar shifts, magnetic shifts. That's why everybody's waking up, because it's almost due for a polar shift. It's 3 to 4 days of darkness. Everybody want to keep it religion, but it does bring out spirits, because a lot of those ancient spirits that passed away are jumping into bodies. And they want to be in bodies. They want to be human. That's why they know what's going on. They know they're not going to die. And I may be wrong. But I gotta say this. Something tells me I'm not. And I'm connected to it. Just because it was evil don't mean I have to be evil, and I'm not. Think about it.